Last weekend, I had an unexpected experience and had to be rushed to the hospital for an emergency surgery. Don't worry, I am doing very well now. As I lay on the operating table being prepped for surgery, a chaotic scene was taking place around me. 4 nurses were attending to me and asking me rapid-fire questions. Everyone was conversing in Danish, with me mostly answering yes or no. Shortly thereafter, the anesthesiologist came into the room, introduced himself, and explained what would be happening. It all seemed like this team worked a lot together, and things were chaotic, but they were moving fast. Then the surgeon arrived, and I was pleased that I was no longer the only diverse-looking person in the room. This doctor had a Middle Eastern background. He spoke Danish fluently, and like me, he had an accent. The surgeon introduced himself, explained what he would do, and allowed me a question or two. And for a brief moment, I could enjoy this image of the diverse team crowding around me about to operate. And that's when I was given a dose of reality. The surgeon told a nurse which medication to administer. The nurse repeated his request incorrectly, so the surgeon restated his instructions. Again, the nurse repeated incorrectly. I could hear the discrepancy and the awkward silence growing between the two. And then the nurse, in a flustered manner, said, "I can't understand your accent." That, my friends, is a microaggression. And there I was on the operating table, listening to this play out, unable to do anything because of my sedated state. Fortunately, this surgeon was clearly experienced in quickly addressing these biased behaviors and calmly stated, "The medication is written in her chart." The nurse referenced the chart and confirmed the right medication. But as a patient, I felt even more vulnerable during these last moments of my consciousness. At least this doctor was able to interrupt the microaggression and the bias attached to it and find a way to include other forms of communication to make sure the message got across to the whole team. This was an act of inclusion brought on by a bad case of microaggression.